So the draw for the 2021-2022 Champions League group stages has been decided, and we now know who will be taking on who, of course, in the qualifying campaign. But who will go through to the knockout stages and who will go home? I've got my early little picks coming at ya next. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. Today we're looking forward to my early door predictions for the 2021-2022 Champions League, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe and I'll get you bang up to date with all things Champions League related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We're going to know here under one roofski. That's right, over the course of the next few days we're going to go through each and every one of the Champions League groups and of course give you my outcome of who will go through to the knockout stages, and of course who will tumble down to the Europa League and of course the Conference League. And of course I've got a bit of a Brucey bonus for you. Of course we've got a bit of an interactive element of course for this as well, so we'll talk about that in just a second. Of course, big shout out to the VIPs. They are the Patreons. I do appreciate your love, and of course thank you for your support on the channel. And again, if you are interested in helping us out here from as little to as much as you like and become the latest brother from another mother, check it all out. It is patreon.com/Roverseas. Links down there and in the description. Anyway, so let's get into it. Of course, like I said, a bit of an interactive element for you here, and I'm going to elaborate on that now. Of course, we do these with our prediction videos. We do have an interactive side for you guys to get involved. We do have the same thing now for this group stage prediction. Of course, this link here will bring you to a website or a web page that will have each and every one of the groups, of course, and each and every one of the teams in the respective groups. What I need you to do is go over there, put your thoughts, of course, who you think will be first, who you think will be second across each and every one of the groups, and press the submit button. Of course, at the end of the conclusion of the group stages, we'll go back to that, and of course we'll have a little bit of prediction league, who did the best and who did the worst, of course, and compare your numbers to mine. Of course, it's pretty simple, it's free to enter, bit of fun, nothing too funky about it, so get yourself over there and check it all out. Also, I left that link for this down in the old description. Again, if you can use your phone on the QR code, it makes it much slicker as well. Check it all out, but until then, let's get into it. So here we go into Group D, when we're joined with a couple of little, sort of minnows, you would think. FC Sheriff of Tiraspol. Is it a Moldovan team or something like that? Or was it a Georgian team? I don't even know. Up against Shakhtar Donetsk, of course, from Ukraine, Internazionale, of course, Real Madrid, some bigger boys as well. So it'll be the Jose Mourinho derby, of course. Mourinho, one of many managers that I think managed both Internazionale and Real Madrid. But anyway, they're going to be locking horns on opening day, of course, over in Group D. Who do you think will go through? Who do you think is going to go home? Of course, you would think already that Internazionale and Real Madrid are going to be your big boys, but there might be some surprises in store on this one. Let's kick it all off with match number 1 on the 15th of September. It'll be Sheriff up against Shakhtar Donetsk over in is it Moldova? I don't even know. I'm gonna have to Google it now because I'm concerned what country it is. Sheriff Tiraspol over in it's got to be Georgia, right? Georgia. It's Moldova. It is bloody Moldova. I just don't even know. I thought Tiraspol was a Georgian thing. Moldova it is. Anyway, of course, that's over in Moldova. Let's get into it. Of course, I do anticipate them to be the chief whipping boys of this one. They're quite fortunate to be here. It's going to be a good experience for them. Of course, hopefully financially beneficial as well. But they'll struggle here. They'll get an opening day point though against Shakhtar Donetsk. Of course, everyone's going to be excited about it. The whole community will be all buzzing, and of course they'll grind out a result against Shakhtar Donetsk. Of course, probably one of very few points for them in this group. Meanwhile, the Battle of the Big Boys on the same match day, of course, over in Internazionale in Milan. Of course, it will be a big one. I think it'll be another draw, 2-2 in the end. Of course, Ancelotti at Real Madrid, I think, is going to be hard to stop, of course, over in domestic football, of course, over in the Champions League as well. I think they're going to be a team to avoid. Meanwhile, over in the match number 2 on the 28th of September, it'll be Shakhtar Donetsk up against Internazionale over in the Ukraine. And I've gone with the Italians on this one. Surprisingly, I think Internazionale look pretty good at the moment over in Italy. It is still early days with the new coach, but of course, no Conte these days. They got Inzaghi there now, but I think they're proving to be a difficult team to evaluate at the moment. But of course, it is early days. Meanwhile, Real Madrid take on Sheriff, of course, over in the Bernabeu. It'll be a 3-0 win, of course, convincing win for Madrid. And again, I think they can go very far in this one. Into match 3 now as we edge closer to the hump. Of course, it's Shakhtar Donetsk up against Real Madrid, and I've gone with a 2-1 win for Shakhtar Donetsk on this one. Maybe a bit of an upset. Of course, we see occasional upsets. I think this one will be one that could cause cause some problems later in the qualifying campaign. I do think Ancelotti is the right man for Real Madrid to at least get some success, but of course, will this cause them to miss out in the next phase on this one? Meanwhile, Internazionale take on Sheriff, of course, over in Milan, and again, a convincing win for Internazionale. Of course, Sheriff are just here to have the experience and maybe get a bit of money out of it. Into the match day before, as we break the hump on the 3rd of November, it'll be Madrid up against Shakhtar Donetsk, and of course, a bit of sweet revenge, of course, for Real Madrid on this one. 3-0 win in the end on that. Of course, if Madrid can pick up a win against Internazionale, they may still end up winning the group. Sheriff, though, take on Internazionale, and I think they'll narrowly lose this one, 2-1 in the end, going in favour of Internazionale as well, giving them an unbeaten start to the campaign. Just the draw against Real Madrid causing a bit of problems. Meanwhile, Internazionale will take on Shakhtar Donetsk in match number 5 on the 24th of November. Early kickoff, and what do we have on this one? Did I just say that? 3-0 win. 3-0 win for Shakhtar Donetsk. Sorry, 3-0 win for Internazionale on this one, of course. Kicking ass and taking names once again. That's their 4th win on the spin, of course. That will leave them up just the one game against Real Madrid to see if they come out on top as group winners. Meanwhile, Sheriff against Real Madrid will be a win for Real Madrid. Again, another narrow win, but just enough, of course. The players will love playing against these big, humongous teams at, of course, over in Moldova. Gives the locals something to get excited about. So a good chance for them. And, of course, they'll narrow losses. Ain't too bad. There we go. Of course, the game that will decide it all, of course, on the 7th of December. Of course, match number 6 in Madrid against Internazionale. I'm going with Real Madrid, which, of course, will flip this on its head, I believe. I don't know, is it enough? Is it enough? I think that defeat to Shakhtar will still give Internazionale the win on this one. We'll clarify that in just a second, because I don't think they drop points. Meanwhile, Shakhtar Donetsk or Sheriff, and of course, they'll win over in Ukraine. Of course, here we go. Then, of course, into match number, in the 4th spot, it is Sheriff, just the 1 point that was opening day. Into 3rd spot is Shakhtar Donetsk with 7 points. They tumble into the Europa League. And, of course, into 2nd, it is Internazionale. Wow, we were on 13 points. Of course, Real Madrid also on 13 points. Their goal difference is enough. Where did they? So they drew there. They did beat them. They did beat them, of course, at the Bernabeu, which, of course, was the deciding factor. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Of course, get your predictions in using the cheeky code as well. Do you agree with me, or do you think something else will happen over in Group D? Well, there you have it, folks. There you bloody have it. Those are my predictions for, of course, the Champions League group stages. And again, if you want to get involved, check out this link right here. Again, get your free predictions in there. Of course, the link is cut.ly/UCLGRP. Of course, or you could use the QR code, and that will shoot you straight over to the site. It is free to enter. Get involved as well. But that is it. Be sure to give the video some love and smash your thumbs up. Smash your subscribe. Of course, check out those links down below. Of course, I'm on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, and of course, Patreon. If you want to support the channel in another way. We're going to cover the Champions League from, of course, the first game all the way through to the final whistle, of course, in May. But until then, make sure you get your predictions in, of course. And of course, I look forward to seeing you as we continue that coverage. But until then, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, and I'll see you soon for the next one.